All right, here we go. Talk to me about GGWP, Zath.
Okay, so GGWP coming in with Shikishima and in Ohio. And let's see, we got ourselves Stalingrad, Des Moines, Double Moskva, and Daring Marceau Gearing.
Okay. We've seen some really good destroyer play out of these guys, Zath. I'm excited to see how this goes. Having a look over the NOCAP lineup, Yamato, Zath's personal favorite, Bourgogne, Des
That's
Moines,
right.
Moskva, Goliath, and quadruple destroyer, Gearing, Harugumo, Daring, and Marceau. Interesting to see them bring 4 destroyers on a map like Land of Fire, which is I will say historically, but commonly associated with kind of strong cruiser positions.
That's right.
Hmm. NoCap getting their backfield organized, getting everybody kind of angled up where they want to go. It looks like we're sending Gearing, Harugumo, Des Moines, and Yamato to A. Marceau and Daring heading to B. Moskva looks like he's going to set up on this island over here in, what is that, about G5. Bourgogne and Goliath going to C. I like I like what they're doing with XGC, Zath. I think what's going to happen here, I think this is going to happen here. The Daring, that's Ryan Joe's Daring, is going to move up and work the bottom end of the cap. XGC is going to hang out over here where they can hopefully get some eyes on the Daring from a direction that he may not be expecting and get some good solid hits into him early.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a possibility. It's a rather aggressive position early on.
It is, and it allows them to flex him to see if they determine they can make that work. Because he's already on that side of the cap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, shells coming in. They must have him. How do they have him lit? Lit on the surface? No. Must have just been guessing.
That's a really good guess.
Yeah, the Moskva hit him. I was like, what? How did that happen? Chikawama's Moskva taking a good hit early. Wow, somebody just hit Kaga.
Yep.
Somebody just took
Yep.
30k off of Kaga. That must have been this Yamato back here. Who was that?
It looked like it was.
Kozil? Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it was.
They are pushing XGC Plumber off the cap a bit. No? He's out of Moskva radar range. They shouldn't be able to spot him. Well, it's very clear that KSC. I'm sorry, I'm stuck in the last game. NoCap is not interested in contesting C. Right, the Goliath, the Burgonia are
Right.
obviously they're just like, we're not going to screw around these islands. You guys do whatever.
Yep.
We're going to chill out over here. They are making a
Well, and
big play for A.
this is what we've seen every team do now is basically just kind of ignore C, other than, GGWP's Obi-Wan Kenobi saying, let's see if I can get this.
Well, he's going to get it uncontested. He doesn't know that, but
Oh,
there's
right.
nobody there. Like, there's not even a radar there. There's nobody. They're basically just like, we don't care about this cap. Our fight is
What I mean.
Our fight is A and B. It's very obvious that no
like,
cap is that's their stake in the ground.
Right. I just like the fact that GGWP is putting somebody there and saying, let's keep him honest, right?
Yeah. Keep him honest in the sense of don't let him just push through for free.
Exactly. Yes.
You know, it's funny, Zath. We see this all the time, right? You know you're up against an opposing destroyer. You know it's very likely a Daring, and everybody still dumps torpedoes anyway. Like, why not? You might as well.
And you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Mr. Raptor.
That's right. NoCap moves out to an early 6-point lead, but while they pull Killer Kane's Gearing off the A cap, Walrus's Marceau on the backside of the island will start to pick it up.
Look at Gentleman Walrus. I almost wonder if he's been watching the games that we covered yesterday with Nigerian Princess doing the same maneuver.
Yeah, but he's pointed out this time instead of pointed in. Obi-Wan Kenobi does bag C on behalf of GWP. They'll start ticking up a small lead here. As the Des Moines now steps onto A, that stops that point gain. NoCap responding by grabbing B.
Now, here's the difference. Look at this argument. Look at Mowgli. Brilliant positioning there. No cap kill all. Just keeping Gentleman Walrus lit. It's
Yeah.
probably not going to get the kill, but it'll definitely get him out in the open.
Pushing a Harugamo to the other side of this island as the Des Moines, between the radar, the hydro, and possibly even the proxy spotting, if he ever gets close enough, able to just drive Gentleman Walrus off the cap. Let those points start ticking up on behalf of NOCAP.
Mm-hmm. This is what we saw teams fail to do yesterday.
Yes. Well, we saw teams try to move ships into this position, but it just felt like they weren't, like, you see people get over there, but then just not quite getting the execution right. Like, we saw Gearing try this, you remember? I forget which match it was, but we saw Gearing in this position trying for this, just not quite able to make it work. Now, NOCAP Killall's Des Moines is in a, I won't say that's not a comfortable position. Looking down at Stalingrad up there to his north, he's backed up behind the island like, let's not do that, shall we?
Uh-oh, XGC is about to take a torpedo. Oh, right in the middle.
So he does. Big hit on the Marceau. Gearing torps landing from afar. It's a big impact. As NOCAP surrenders B. Now, that's interesting. Like, NOCAP has brought 4 destroyers to this game, Zaf. They're basically saying, we're going to win on cap control. That is our play. And to surrender a cap like that is kind of tough. Now, they're about to be able to 3v1 the B cap, right? Because the Gearing is rotating over, and Ryan Joe might eat one of these. He does, right in the stern. Ooh, that is bad timing for his Hydro to be down. Chukawama's radar goes up.
They want that kill.
Yep, they see him. They know he took a torpedo. It only took about a 6K hit out of it. It wasn't a huge hit. He is going to burn for a bit as they push him off the cap. If GGWP is able to get good work in against these destroyers, that's the game. NOCAP's, their whole strategy is based on, we have 4 destroyers, we own the caps. Like, that's it.
Well, and, 2 of their more mobile spotting-ish destroyers are now, they can't be as aggressive anymore.
They're quite beat up now. The Daring will be able to recover some of his HP. The Gearing, Killer Kane there, taking about 2,000-3,000 damage as he was spotted. The Daring basically took some shots for free. He won't get that back. Do you think, Zaf, like, it's easy for me to say because I can see both teams, okay? So let's look at this from NOCAP's perspective. You know that one of their destroyers is lurking in the vicinity of the C cap. We don't know where. Do you think maybe you try and push the Marceau over there? You probably can't afford to. I mean,
I'm sorry, Marceau where?
The XGC, right? Like, for example, they're contesting B.
Uh-huh.
I can look at the map, and with my perfect, God vision, I can see that GWP has pulled Cannoli off the C cap. NOCAP doesn't know this, and they have no radar over on that side of the board to check it with, right? But what I'm thinking is maybe you make a play for the C cap, but I think it's probably too early. They don't have enough information. Now, they are making a play for B. Go ahead.
The problem with putting SGC into CCAP is you've got a Moskva up there and you've got a Des Moines that are basically ready to just pounce on anything that goes in there.
That's a good point.
That's the trap.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, NOCAP does bag B back. 50 points between the two teams. 9 minutes gone here on this rubber game of the match. The winner of this game will be moving on to the winner's bracket here in Group 1 for the right to play 07 next round. NOCAP is redeployed, Zap. They brought the Yami in. They're determined to take and hold this B cap. They now know where the Gearing is. Somebody caught a glimpse of him. XGC's getting hammered a bit. He may wander into these torpedoes if he's not careful. Nope. She's going to turn out and go the other way.
Meanwhile, Torse Fizzle on Kaga. Oh, Killer Kane's going to take one of these. No. Oh, just pump the brakes at the right time. Wow.
So now XGC is on the side of the map here with the Des Moines. That's Whaler's Des Moines and Thaleron's Moskva. Go ahead.
Hawkeye just got slapped.
Hawkeye just took a huge hit. Who the hell was that?
Gotta
Has
be
to have been
Dazzling
Kaga.
Fox's Ohio.
I was gonna say it's got to be Kaga.
He's limping away now. His engines are off. Here comes Optical X. He's turning around. Okay, never mind. He's on the way.
They pushed Hawkeye through that gap with the smoke cover. About to have a lead change. There it is. NOCAP moves out to the lead again as we cross the halfway mark of the match. Whaler might even be biting off a little more than he can chew here. He's challenging Vege's Des Moines. That might not be the smartest move he could make, as he takes another 9K through the bow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hadn't looked at where the Goliath is, Zath. I hadn't realized where NOCAP's Goliath was.
Yep. Well, Whaler's about to find out because he just popped his radar. Question is, can XGC like not die here? I mean, talk about bad timing for that radar.
Yeah, XGC needs to try and live. I think it's not going to happen. Between the Moskva and the Des Moines, he should go out. It's a long radar, nearly a full minute. They've managed to push Whaler back to where Whaler has no shots on 900 HP, but the Moskva shells come in. They're still looking for him. 350 HP for XGC, still alive. He's trying to get to hard cover. He doesn't make it. The Moskva does finally bag him. Another lead change. First blood going to GGWP here. But Whaler is in trouble.
Yep, you can see Criminal 6 now coming up Whaler's butt.
Yeah, Whaler is in trouble. He can't see. And he can't sit there and he can't move forward. So
exactly. Those are some brilliant torpedoes by XGC going out and just trying.
He's going to. Yeah,
that's going to get it.
Yeah, it's going to get it. Whaler's going to get one more salvo off, and then that's all she wrote for that. Ship's beginning to fall here. Yes, it is.
Because Criminal can start rolling up the 10 line here, and he's got the Aileron's broadside on the Moskva.
Does he have eyes on the Moskva? He does not.
I don't think so.
He can't see him at the moment. He knows he's over there, but he just can't. He's firing anyway, but he's firing blind. NOCAP, 20 points down, 8 minutes to play. Still anybody's game here on Land of Fire. NOCAP once again making a hard push for the B cap. They're going to get it.
They should get it.
Yeah, they're going to get it here. The radar comes up just too late to get any of the resets that GGWP needed. They might put some more damage into Kane, but it won't matter by that point. The damage is done.
Yep.
The cap is flipped.
One gearing torp hit Kozil's Yamato.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal. As the Shikishima and Yamato start slapping each other, it looks like.
Looks like Chikuwama took a torp in the bow, and he's got Yamato shells falling on him now. Solid hit. Solid hit. More Burgonia shells going in on him. I'm surprised to see the Burgonia firing AP at that angle instead of HE. I bet he swaps after that salvo.
Oh, yeah. He probably does.
Oh, no, that's another AP salvo coming in. Look at that. I'm really surprised. Like, he just took a torp. You know his DCP is down. HE is absolutely what you should be firing there, in my opinion.
Well, maybe he's hoping for plunging fire at this ridiculously long range, but yeah, I would agree with you.
Yeah, he's fired 3 straight AP salvos after the torp hit, so maybe a little bit of miscommunication there on NOCAP's part. As now the A cap is contested. Look at this. Walrus going for essentially what amounts to a suicide charge on the Des Moines, who's been left to die, left alone now in a 2v1.
This totally needed to happen.
Yeah. This is going to be a big play. He missed that salvo completely. Walrus is going to get him. He can't. His turrets simply don't turn fast enough. No!
Oh, he didn't get him.
He blew the second.
Get him.
The guns take care of it. He blew the second torp salvo, but the guns do take care of it. Walrus pretty exposed, but he's a long way from the shells coming in here. He's going to take some more damage, but I don't think he's going to die. We'll see. That does translate into a ship lead for the moment for GGWP. They can't see him. Walrus is gone. Out of vision. They pushed Kazuhil back off the cap as well. He's getting a little low now. So now I feel like Criminal's Goliath is an important ship on the board, Zath, but Goliath is so slow. It's going to be a while before you can be impactful.
The thing is that he turned south again and then went back north. So there must have been some communication there to tell him to not push C or not push farther north.
They got the reset on Cannoli. I think it might have. Yeah, okay, it wasn't blind, but they did get the reset. Now the other important thing that happened there, they pushed the Marceau out of the ACAP. So they got a few more. NOCAP got a few more ticks of that before now. GWP is finally going to flip the ACAP here. These guys, they've got to get onto a different cap now. They're down a ship. They're fixing to be down on caps. Time's ticking.
Yep. They got a Stalingrad versus Marceau, or sorry, Moskva fight going on now.
They need to kill something awful. That's a fight the Moskva should win, Zath. Just on rate of fire alone.
It should, yes. But
I was just fixing to say. But Hawkeye is in a bit. We saw him get slapped earlier by the Ohio position. Oh, what a brilliant shot from Kaga. Less than 60 seconds here. NOCAP desperately needs a kill. I don't know where they're going to get it, Zath.
At this point, nope.
The
only thing NOCAP can do is get that Goliath and just slow down the bleeding.
They brought 4 destroyers into this game, and I kept thinking surely one of these GGWP destroyers will go out. But we saw this yesterday. Or maybe it wasn't yesterday, but at some point we've seen these guys. It doesn't happen. Optical just took a huge hit, but he's still in the game.
That's right.
It's just these GGWP destroyer players just doing amazing work. Ryan Joe going all in, man. He's got to get on this cap, and he knows it.
Yep. Still 30 seconds until they lose, so they have to get this kill right now.
They're trying to get Optical. They do.
They get him.
They really can't afford to trade here, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Obi-Wan Kenobi's just in too good of a position there. Too well covered.
They can see Joe still. I think Moskva radar has him lit. 700 HP, just a couple more shells will seal the deal.
Moskva radar is on.
They can still see him.
There's the kill.
They do bag him. It's not a trade those guys can afford. 10 seconds. It's not going to happen, Zath.
Well, the Goliath got off of C. Why did he get off of C? He must have been pushed forward.
Well, Veg is now on to C, but it doesn't matter. They can't get onto A, and so the game ends. It's literally that simple. They needed a kill in time for them to bag a cap and then steal another kill. Like, the series of events just became increasingly more improbable that they were going to pull that off. And GLHF, I should say, claims the game and the match. They will move on to face 07 in Group 1.